Hello and welcome to the demonstration of our Checkki application, which is part of Activity Suite. Checkki helps any businesses to collect questions, answers, and surveys. They could range from industry to industry, and it's very customizable, so you can create your own custom checklists. One of the things which Checkki does really well, it allows you to capture signatures, i.e. terms and conditions, before somebody fills their checks. It also helps you to keep your hygiene and safety standards. But also within the Checkki, you can, after your staff has completed the checks, they can email out the reports directly from the application. I'm just going to quickly move on to the product demonstration itself. The way it works is that in the application itself, you have different sections. I'll start with the templates because this is where you create your templates or set of questions that could be replicated over and over again. It's worth noting that you can use the templates in different languages as well. I'm just going to open up one of the templates here. This one is gas safety checklist. In this gas safety checklist template, I can specify my own title of the checklist. I can put in some scoring, so every answer is scored. I can also put some description for my staff to read on the application. I can also put in terms and conditions that I want them to read and agree to. For example, if you want them to agree to health and safety and insurances. The way you create templates is you create different sections. Each of these sections can have their own specific names. You can add questions and different question types. You can create your own specific question. You can set those questions to be mandatory, so staff using the app, they will have to fill in. You can also put some help text. Besides that, there's range of type of answers that you could ask from your staff to submit. For example, it could be a text box, but also it links with some of our IoT devices like temperature sensors and whatnot. In terms of the application or setting up the checklist, everything can be set up customized. You can also put in some instructions for your staff. So if your staff is relatively new or they need training, you can include YouTube videos as instructions as well. Once your templates are set, you can now send those templates out. You can allocate those templates. You can also set these templates to recur, so they automatically keep recurring every day, every week, and so on and so forth. When it comes to the submission of the checks, your staff would be able to submit the checklist from the app. They will fall into this. If you wanted to edit the checklists yourself, you can do that. This is a checklist that has been partially completed or submitted from your staff. You have the power, you have the control to, as an admin, to override some of the answers and whatnot. And you can see the type of responses that you can get. Once the checklist is created, you can see that this checklist also appears in the admin panel that you can fill, but mostly these checklists are filled in by your staff. On this screen, you can also see that you can set the statuses, but also you can set this checklist to recur, i.e., different days or weeks and months, etc. You can also set some dates and whatnot. So this is very flexible in that respect. But once your staff has filled the checklist from the app, you still have the option to override some of the responses as an admin yourself. So this is the app side of the Checkki, where you can see that the questions that we've set in this, you could see that each section is clearly defined, and you can capture signatures here, or you can specify answers to the questions. There's also an option for you to put in actions. Actions, they actually allow you to capture further actions required by other team members. For example, if they found other issues that need to be solved by other staff members. Besides that, what you can also do is in the questions here you can see that some of the options in the application, for example, time or date range or number, but also you can capture location of the person who's filling the checklist as well, so you know that they've been on the right location. I think this gives you a good overview of what options are available. So if you have IoT sensors here, Checkki can capture the reading directly from the IoT sensors as well. Other than that, you have options of terms and conditions that you wanted your staff to fill in, so you can capture their signature. But also you have the help and tutorial videos which appear here if there are any. Finally, there's a section on top of the app. You have option to email the checklist directly from here. When you go in there, it simply asks you for your email addresses or recipients. It actually creates PDF reports, send it directly to the admins or the recipients. Once the user sends the report directly from the app, the system automatically creates a visual report. You can customize the background of the report, as well as you can put extra items around your business name and your branding. If the app user have agreed to terms and conditions, it captures that as well. See that all the visual representations, i.e. pictures, and the comments or anything which is failed flags up in red. Towards the end of the report, there is also a section, if you wanted to have an audit scoring done. You could see that if certain answers have been submitted, it calculates the total score. Again, it's an optional if you wanted to include that in the report. But most importantly, if the user has reported other issues for other departments, such as action plan that needs to be actioned by other teams, they are also summarized here.